And we are back again, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. UCR proudly presents Talk Yo Shit. Y'all asked for part 2, and we are back with part 2. And with that being said, I'm gonna pass the baton off to the lovely professor. Professor, if you can please take it away. Y'all know what it is, man. I'm fucking up tonight.
Good evening, y'all. Part 2 of Keeping It Real, Talk Your Shit. We just gonna jump right in because at this point, everybody's feeling good.
I definitely am.
Clearly. The first question is going to be, if you could live life of any character in any movie, who would it be and why? If you could live life of any character in any movie, who would it be and why?
Live life, any character, any movie.
Y'all deep, y'all thinking real hard over there.
Live life, any character, any movie.
In any movie. Who would it be and why?
Except for the whole, like, I guess, love situation that she was going through. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it would be Sydney from Brown Sugar. And the reason being is because what she does for a living, I honestly want to do that. I would love to be an editor of either a music magazine or just be involved in that life. Plus, her brownstone was cute.
Because her brownstone was cute too? Okay.
Brownstone was cute.
You talking about the brownstone from the bookstore? She talking about this is a vibrate. I mean, a massager.
Brookstone.
It's a massager from Brookstone.
Oh,
Talk about that.
Talk about the massager.
Wow. Wow.
Oh shit. Damn. That was funny.
Horrible.
That was funny.
Well, I guess Lance from what's his name? Lance from The Best Man wasn't that bad. I mean, until the party where he got married and he was having flashbacks. That wasn't that.
That is okay. Reason why.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, he was a rich football player, and like I said, I mean,
are you talking the movie or the series?
The movie.
Okay.
The movie.
I mean,
of course, I wouldn't.
I just want to know. I just want to know.
And I do mean the first movie, The Best Man, the actual Best Man movie, not the Best Man Holiday. I'm not talking about that one.
I mean, by the time the series came,
and then and like I say, when Morris Chestnut actually had hair, so as well, so
he wasn't already
actually had hair.
Well, damn.
Just so we all on the same page here.
So Lance's football career, that's
yes.
What you want. And the money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next?
You.
If I had to pick.
No. Meech, Double A.
All right, I have to look it up real quick.
That's fine.
But I'm going with the young man from Blank Check of the Disney.
Go ahead. I hear this.
That's not a black movie, but that's cool.
Oh, it's supposed to be
it's Black Cinema, remember? Yeah.
I mean, y'all didn't say that. That wasn't in the question. The other day, you'd be like, "This is the question," but
Well, this was Black Cinema Edition. So this
he
was
was
part two.
black.
You said the young man for Blake Jack.
Yeah. He was black.
Blank check. I don't know why I had blank man in my head for some reason.
Damn.
I had blank man in my head for some reason, but go ahead.
Like the
Blank check.
motherfuckers be out the street
Blank,
yelling,
well, shit,
"Fire."
blank check was actually pretty good though.
Yeah, but I guess Pud saying because he's a white tee, it don't count.
No, you good. You good. You good.
I'll make sure the rest of
that's
my
what you
I'll make sure the
choose.
rest of my answer is black cinema related only. Okay, my bad.
I'm just saying I didn't know I had to
That was a
repeat.
good
I
answer,
didn't,
though.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You know,
No,
it's the
you
first.
good. You good.
Shit, that was actually pretty good though. Like I wouldn't have mind I wouldn't have mind being pressed in myself.
Damn.
That's a tough one, Meech.
Yes. But if I have to choose someone, whew, I don't know why I'm thinking about Tommy Davis's character as Strictly Business.
Wow.
I don't know why, but he just seems so he was about his business and everything, but he was more carefree than the main guy. So I guess it was his carefree spirit and ability to not care too much. But I don't know. That's what I could get from it.
Okay. All right, Pud, what's your answer?
I don't have one, and it wouldn't even be a movie. I do it from a TV series, and it's only because the power she had, because she kind of thinks like me, and that would be Kerry Washington in what's the movie called? I mean, this TV series.
Candle?
Yes,
You'll be Olivia.
I would be Olivia, white coat Olivia.
You take care of business, handle shit that needs to be handled.
Only because we're similar in that sense. Only for that.
Would you be having an affair with the president?
Hell no. Have you seen that man?
So we can take half a roll, the full row. We can take on half a roll, not a full row.
Yep.
Okay, say less.
Yep. Because
just making sure we set the ground rules. You know. So when I say something crazy later on in the show, remember halfers. Half.
we can do half.
Ha ha.
Did you have to?
Dang.
just remember B613.
I'm sorry. You know I froze. You know that, right?
I know I wasn't froze.
I asked you this. I asked you what you said.
B613.
B613.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next question?
Okay.
Not around to heard that, but continue.
What the hell that means?
Yeah, y'all clearly never seen Scandal, right?
No.
Not in its entirety.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
B613 was her group of people that helped get the shit done.
Oh, okay. That was like her little hand-picked group of people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
B613.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we don't have any comments right now, so what is the next question?
Okay. In the family that prays, Andrea discloses to her husband that their son, who appears to be around 5 years old, isn't really his, but rather the result of a lengthy affair with her boss. What would you do in this situation?
Now, are we speaking if we were her husband?
Yes. Yeah, y'all want to read the question over again?
No,
To be honest with you, what he did in the movie,
was light.
I pretty much do the same thing.
Was
But I'm
light.
saying, what would you do? So if that's light, what would you do? That's the
Slap
question.
the shit out of her.
Yeah,
I mean, sorry, I'm sorry. Just
yeah. But we don't want
I
to get
am
kicked
not
off of here.
condoning violence whatsoever
Yes,
against women.
whatsoever. We're not condoning
However,
that.
I will say this: that situation, especially how he was trying so hard with her just to be a great husband, and she was doing that, and my child is not my.
Well,
Hmm.
well, let's be honest. Like, I mean, bro, you did. I mean, bro. I mean, let's just be honest. You did kind of go into an account and steal some, like, take money that technically wasn't yours, though. Like, let's just
What
be
does that
honest.
have anything to do with the fact that you had an affair with your boss, had me raising a child for 5 years thinking it was mine, and it really was your boss?
And I'm working for that.
I understand that. I understand that.
We both work.
I understand that. I understand that. But like I mean, yeah, what he did was absolutely wrong. But like I said, what he did was light. What he did was light to her.
You're not answering the question.
We're saying,
I don't know what. Honestly,
would you do?
I can't answer what I would have did. I can't answer what I would have did.
Wait, what? Why?
Because I get kicked off of here. That's why.
Oh, okay. So basically, what you're saying is you would do worse than
what he would have did. Like I said, what he did is light compared to what I would have did. So I'm not condoning what he did, but what I would have did was light.
It's just the fact that it's like, I completely understand the emotion of anything that may happen. Now, of course, you know, later on it might be baby apology, but it would still, the feeling would still be the same.
Yes.
You literally allowed me to raise a child that you knew wasn't mine. You held that back just so that you can continue with this whole love affair and all these lavish gifts that you were getting from my boss. Again, I also work for this dude. It was a lot
and the way she said it to him was like, well, no, the way he found out in the movie was just completely, because she found out, the way he found out was from his boy and her. So it was just
that was also kind of messed up. It's like, that's also on top of that, just so many emotions that even everybody around you knew,
right,
except you. So
your ego is completely shattered.
So just saying, I'm sorry, but to answer your question, it would be no different than what he did in the movie.
It would have been that
same reaction, same, you know what, I'm done. I'm walking away from this situation, and that's it. That is, at this point, even though that I've raised this child, I still have a connection with this child. I will still do my duty because I was already there. But as of for you, we have nothing left.
Yeah, honestly, if I were to keep it rated R, I would answer that. But to keep it rated PG, I would have Jazzy Jeffed all her shit out the house. Like, you want your shit, go pick it up on the front lawn. Just hope the bums don't get it before you do.
That was her house though, so
dang.
The boy,
I wouldn't have cared.
I got a confession, y'all. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't. I mean, I can't really give it full. I haven't seen the movie. I can't give full details of how I would respond. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but from what you guys are saying, I probably would agree somewhat of what you guys are saying. So
yeah, it was all bad though. Like,
I guess y'all probably caught a movie that I haven't seen, but this is the one. So yeah, I guess I gotta go watch The Family That Prays.
Yeah, it was all bad, bro.
I think there was once a time where I wasn't the biggest Tyler Perry fan, and then I guess I was on, then off, then on again. Pause. The Tyler Perry train, but I
mean, I can understand. I can definitely understand.
We get it.
I mean,
sorry, I was looking at the comments.
But Go ahead, Professor. Give your synopsis, please.
One, he did not work for him.
I thought
Remember,
he did work for that
no,
company.
he did not. If you remember, he asked her, "Can you please get me a interview with your boss so that I can do a proposal for him so that he can give money to fund what he wanted to do?" The only reason why the boss knew who he was is because she has brought him to those um parties that they give.
Oh, wow. I
Because
really thought
remember
that for him.
when he asked, she kept telling him he's busy.
Right.
So he didn't work for him.
I thought that it wasn't an interview. I thought he wanted.
He wanted to get not an interview, but to get with him, to get a meeting with him so that he can. Yeah. So he never worked for him.
So he
Yeah,
could
he
get
wanted
his
to
own
establish
started.
business with them.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was kind of like a contractor in a sense.
that's what I remember.
So what I would have done, I would have got a divorce. I would have asked the judge for spousal support. I also would have um I don't think I would have necessarily got out of the child life because the child didn't do nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
But baby, you can't get no child support from me. But I would have definitely asked for spousal support. Divorced you all the way, and baby, I would have put you out there so motherfucking tough to everybody who didn't know.
But you know what's funny though? Because even after everything happened, you would be I'm sorry, in his position, he would be the breadwinner. Because
No, he
if
wouldn't.
I'm not mistaken, did she
Yeah.
lose her job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
because
They
because
moved to a
the thing was her mother was already a millionaire because she was part owner of the company without her knowing.
But she just lost her job. She was taking care of all of the financial stuff, not him. So she was the primary breadwinner.
technically, yeah.
At the time, but see the thing was she was the thing was because like I said,
I know. The mother and his mother own shares in the company, which means
right,
they own it more share than the son did. So that's
right,
why they weren't able to kick them off and do all that. She had money, she forgot about it and then remembered and brought him in for that. Yeah, I remember all that. But
right.
she was the primary breadwinner. She was getting all the money, and I would have told the judge half of that money in that bank account need to go to me. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you.
That's why the mother was. That's why her mother was like, "I'm good. Like I don't, she can talk all it. Like that's why, excuse me, Sanaa Lathan and Alfre Willard was like always at odds, and Alfre Willard was like, "I'm good. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like you can say whatever you want to me. I'm good." Like, and so when it came out at the end, Sanaa Lathan was broke, and the I'm gonna just say William Cartwright because I don't know boy's name, but William Cartwright he ended up being broke. So
I think also because my question is, do you think it would have been because even though she treated her mom like shit, do you think her mom being who she was, that she still would have been helping her out even after everything that happened?
probably
with the
so.
bare minimum.
Probably so.
The bare minimum.
Basically.
Because a mother's
she felt
love
like she was better than all her whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like
I mean, a mother's love is a mother's love because I mean, a mother's love is a mother's love at the end of the day.
But not all mothers love their children like that.
True.
Or
I mean,
equally.
because I've seen mothers, never mind. Next question.
At least she
comments.
At least she didn't have a mama like Mercedes mama. But anyway, let's get to the comments here. Brent is in the building. What's up, Brent?
What up, Brent?
What's up?
He says, slap the bad piss out of her like old boy did, and then proceed to empty the bank account.
Yeah, it already did that.
I will not. That's a whole lot.
He emptied, but he took a lot out.
No, he emptied that shit.
No, he took it all.
Got more.
Emptied that
He
shit.
got a whole lot of that out of that account.
That's why she was pissed.
I'll say
But
this last part definitely. You are not about to cheat and lie about the child being mine for 5 damn years.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely would have stayed in the child's life because I mean, we didn't already had that bond. So I mean, it's my child at that point.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the child didn't do anything to you. It was the
Facts.
mother.
But next
Child didn't
question,
ask to be
Professor.
here.
Love Jones is an iconic movie highlighting the story of Nina Mosley and Darius Lovehall, who both fall for each other quicker than is typically recommended, developing a love Jones for one another. In relationships, what is or what was your style? Deeply invest and fall quickly, or fall back and play it cool? You want me to read it again?
Please.
Do you want me to read the whole synopsis or just the question?
The whole thing.
Love Jones is an iconic movie highlighting the story of Nina Mosley and Darius Lovehall, who both fall for each other quicker than is typically recommended, developing a love Jones for one another. In relationships, what is or what was your style? Deeply invest and fall quickly, or fall back and play it cool?
Mine is definitely the first one.
Why?
Every time.
Every time.
Because when I'm really into somebody, I'm really, really, really into somebody. Like there is no fallback and be, keep it cool. It is, I'm all in there. I'm with you.
Mm.
I would say at one point I was like, fall madly in love with someone and just be all in. But nowadays, nowadays I'm more reserved and fall back. I
That candle
mean,
maker fucked you up, huh?
it it just got to a point where I'm more like, if it happens, it happens. If not, hey, life goes on.
Back in the day, it was fall back and play it cool. Yeah, it kind of depend on who you were at the time.
So it
Yeah,
depends on
yeah, depend on the person.
okay.
Depend on the person. At the, it was like yeah, depend on the person. Like yeah, I would fall back, play it cool, and then sometimes it was like yeah, I would jump in and then be like, oh yeah, I really like you type shit, but it just depends.
Okay.
I'm all in like I'm playing craps. Oh,
Hello,
either
hello.
either I'm gonna roll and win big, or I'm gonna roll and lose it all. So all in.
Word to big word.
I've
Yeah.
always been a fall back and play it cool type of person. I guess because I always overthink things so much. So I try to like see where the person head is. I want to see what they doing, how they move, and then that'll show me how I want to move. So I've always been like a fallback, play it cool. I'm gonna give you a little play, but I ain't gonna give you too much. That's always been me. So I know you good. Then.
Yeah. And not to mention like sometimes like when you jump all in at first, they show you their hand because they be that fallback person. Your heart gets shattered, so then it puts you back into that fall back and play it cool person. So then you start being that fall back play it cool person because you start to guard your heart at that point.
I can see that.
So you become you start being both at one point. So
Yeah, I definitely can see that.
All
And
lies were told.
We do not have any comments right now, so let's go ahead and go on to the next question.
Don't forget the comments. Don't forget the comments. Subscribe if you on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We up in this thing. So,
all right.
Oh, wait, we got one. Taria's in the building. What's
What
up?
up, TT?
What up, T?
She said, "I'm definitely the first one, but if I notice something is off, I'll fall back." That's
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
I ain't mad at that.
Facts.
The Wood is a classic Black movie about three friends reminiscing about their childhood. How many childhood friends do you still have, and what's the key to sustaining those relationships?
I have a few. I have a few childhood friends. The key to sustaining relationships is honestly communication and honestly, shit. I couldn't tell you to be. I can't tell you. I mean, you gotta allow your friends to be who they are at the end of the day, and it's on you to accept them for who they are, and it's on you to accept them for who they are at the end of the day, and that's basically it. Like, it's on you to grow with them, and that's really it. You know what I mean? Like, and not to mention,
Except for who you are. We understand.
yeah. except me for who I am at the end of the day.
We are. Tonight we are.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man.
Cold-blooded.
I would say I still do have a couple of childhood friends, and I'm going to be honest with you. Some I still talk to all the time, some I don't. I think also a way to maintain relationships, especially if you have been friends with people since they were a child, since you were a kid, is knowing that life happens as well. So even in the moments when you haven't spoke with them for a long time, when you do have those good friendships, once you link back up with them, it's almost like you guys never separated. Those are the type of friendship I still maintain and have.
Okay.
I would definitely say I do have a few friends from my childhood, and I do keep in contact with them as much as I possibly can. And I feel like the way of maintaining it is just pretty much communication. Be able to talk about pretty much just about anything, and there's no signs of judgment whatsoever. I mean, and that doesn't go just for like childhood friends. That just goes for friends that you haven't talked to in a while. If you can appreciate them for them and they do the same thing for you, and that's another defining factor. So just strong communications, no matter how long it's been, and being able to respect one another, just for them being them at the end of the day, and that same feeling would be reciprocated.
So I'm guessing I'm the only one that got no childhood friends left in this life. So cool. We're just going to you, Professor. Go ahead. I'll just play.
I'm about to say, that's cap like a.
Nah, I got tons of childhood friends, and I just always think of core values. Like Meech kind of said, and or like all you guys kind of said. Forgiveness, accountability, respect, love, dependency. Dependability, excuse me. These are all words that come to mind when I think about friendships that have tested that or had tested the time length that they have been that they have been a part of my life. I'm talking like Gerald now. Fuck, that's why I give a talking shit about you. But y'all gonna accept me for who I am, right,
And
Gerald?
you ain't drinking, so that's the funny part.
You don't know that. I just haven't put up a cup yet. Um,
You ain't drinking. Stop it.
okay, cool. Um, but yeah, I think core values is something, treating your friends how you want to be treated, forgiving your friends when they need to be forgiven, respecting your friends when they should be respected, um, being a dependable person to your friends when you're supposed to, and vice versa. These are all things, being honest, even if it might hurt your friends, even if they might hurt their feelings, being honest with your friends, let them know that they was wrong in that situation, or that you did the right thing in that situation. These are all like things that are good qualities to keep good friendships around forever. So that's what I was saying. I'll let you bring it home, Professor.
For me, it's just understanding that life happens and that you guys still communicate, whether that be on the phone, in person, via any type of social media. Um, and just understanding that no matter what, if as long as y'all can continue to be who y'all are with each other, the friendship will stay the same. And oddly enough, two of my childhood friends are actually friends with my best friend, which is crazy. And I didn't meet my best friend until I was well into my 30s. So yeah, but yeah, real simple to
Okay.
the point.
Did everybody answer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll roll over to the comments. Eli's in the building. What's up?
What up,
He's
Eli?
He says one true childhood friend. Goal with keeping that friend is transparency, space, and time. And Taria says, I honestly don't have any childhood friendships that stay consistent. My mom kept switching me from school to school, so it was hard to maintain those relationships. But I recently connected with someone I was friends with in elementary, and it's been good so far. However, most of the close friendships that I still have today were formed in college.
That's what's up.
All righty. My homegirl is in the building. Kiara, what's up, girl?
Hey, Kiara.
How you doing? Welcome.
So she says, I have one, been down since middle school. We don't talk every day and we don't need to. We love each other. We're there for each other when we link or talk. It's like we never skipped a beat. Yep, exactly.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Oh, and she says, hey, baby. Hey, girl.
And how Stella got her groove back. 49-year-old Stella falls in love with 20-year-old Winston, who she met on vacation. Would you be open to dating someone with a significant age gap? And what's the largest gap you would be comfortable with?
Mm-mm. I ain't doing it. I think maybe the largest gap that I've ever had as far as are you talking about them being younger than me or them being older than me?
Does not matter.
Either way, I would say the largest gap that I ever had, I think it was about 11 years. And no, won't do that again.
Was that
It's
older
just
or
too much
younger?
difference. They were older.
Okay.
They were 11 years older. And I was already I was pretty much in the beginning of my 30s. But I wouldn't do it again. It really just also depends on just where they are in life too. At the time, I still was. To me, I feel like I was still developing. I was still growing as a person. What they wanted was something that was a bit more structured. So it just didn't work out.
No, you was young, Rod, and free. Okay.
Shut up, Jay.
Sometimes we smoke weed.
Hush now.
Hushing up. Okay.
Well, what's your answer?
Oh well,
Right.
me shit. I mean, um, well, I was in my I was like 17, and I was messing around with like somebody that was like clearly in their like 50s or something like that. So, and it was all bad because she it was all bad for me because the shit that she was going through in life just wasn't. I wasn't ready for it.
This boy always trolling.
Right.
That's why we're looking at you like that.
Everybody got time for you, Jay.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care what y'all think. Cut the ceiling fan off. Why? She was losing cartilage in her knees.
Cut the ceiling fan off because of cartilage in her knee.
Yeah.
How much is left in that cup, sir?
Just take it all to the head now. Let's just get this over.
No. Damn, Eric.
It's gonna be a fun show. So significant age gap at my age now, I would say no. I don't know why as young men we always look to date the older girls. And then growing up, I saw the older guys trying to date the younger guys. Jesus Christ. The older guys. I live in California where never mind. Anyway, back on topic. I saw the older guys date the younger girls. And I thought it was kind of weird to me. I've never been that type of guy to like significantly younger girls. I didn't want to be the guy in college pulling up to a high school, picking up some girl from high school.
Yeah, that was always weird to me too.
It's always been eerie to me. So
that was real eerie.
But I was probably 21 dating a 45-year-old. And it was cool. Her kids was grown, I didn't have an issue with it. I've always preferred to date older women because I just thought older women are more mature, had their shit together. But at the end of the day,
that's the reason why, because they always got their shit together.
But today, you'll find older women that they got their shit together as well. So I just think that when we use the word significant age difference, I'm not going too old. I'm not going too young. I'm just staying somewhere in the age bracket.
It also asks what's the gap you're comfortable with.
Well, at this age,
I'm not going. Honestly, I'm not going no more than 4 or 5 years younger than me.
You ain't never long. I mean, I'm married now.
I mean, older. There might not even be not to be weird or nothing, because I don't really want to date nobody grandma or nothing. But there might be a ceiling on older, really.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we know when you too old to be dating. Now sit your old ass down, grandma. You don't need to be dating nobody. Just go back to.
I don't know. Some of these older women don't look their age, and they.
I mean, they're 50. There's some 50-year-old women that are very, very, very beautiful women.
But some of these older women, they be doing too much.
I've been seeing the 50-year-old women lately, and I'm like,
but if you think about a lot of celebrity 50-year-olds, like Lisa Ray. They're beautiful, attractive women. But I'm not doing 60. I'm not doing 70 or beyond.
I done seen some 60-year-olds. I done seen some 60-year-olds. I'd be like, whoa.
Listen, if I gotta go to your retirement party next weekend, I gotta be your date. I'm good.
Wait a minute now. I done seen
retirement party.
I know, best believe I seen some beautiful 6-year-old women too, but at the end of the day, I just think okay, I'm not doing 60. I'm not doing 70. I'm not gonna be your date to your funeral come next weekend. So might as well call me a Paul, not Dave, but Paul Bear. I'm not gonna carry you to the king.
Hey yo.
Okay.
Hey yo.
I'm not Gerald. I'm not trying to sign up for your life insurance policy. Oh, close your mouth.
I'm gonna say, hey, what's wrong with hey, look, don't judge my life.
Well, you don't want to sit here and say turn the fan off because my knee cartilage.
Hey, look.
Clearly, she was on her way to the grave.
Hey, look.
You was the Undertaker. Professor, close your mouth. We know we working on your knees over there. So just close your mouth.
Hey, look.
It's only one knee now.
Well, my point exactly. It went from 2 to 1.
I woke up. She had medical information. I woke up. She had medical information.
What information? What medical information did you have, Gerald?
I woke up. She was like, "You have sleep apnea. You died twice at 12:13 and 1:13. I made a doctor's appointment for you on Tuesday." So I was like, God damn, she cares about me. So therefore, I'm going to this doctor's appointment and I'm need you a hat and scarf. So therefore, I was like, thank you, Miss Beverly. So
not you say her name.
Damn. Sorry.
Wait, is it the same as Beverly on 87?
That just might be equivalent to
The
somebody.
same as Beverly on 87 place?
Deborah,
you asked me a question.
Is it the same as Beverly on 87 place?
No.
You lying. You lying.
Not that Miss Beverly.
How you know that, Miss Beverly?
How do you know that, Miss Beverly?
I'm talking to you, Jay.
I'm gonna cut my camera off.
I'm about to say, no, I know Miss Beverly. I know that Miss Beverly because of other reasons.
Meech, answer the question because I can't.
Is it too early to quit doing the show?
Yes. Just answer the question.
Just because
there's no quitting, just answer the question.
All right. Just because she know I had sleep apnea.
That cup is done, y'all. That cup is done.
I would say the largest gap I've ever messed with was 12 years older than me, and I was early in my 30s. So I was
Gerald doing the math. Gerald doing the math.
Yes.
That's Oceanside.
Not y'all putting, man, y'all snitching on people tonight. I do not like these federal.
I wasn't doing that. I was just doing math.
I know you're doing the math. You just carried it to and everything.
Y'all is hilarious.
No, you gave it away because you stopped and you looked the way you did when I said it.
Y'all was hilarious.
Y'all are here saying Miss Beverly and Oceanside. Y'all just giving people information up tonight. Y'all crazy.
But if I had to choose like a gap to mess with nowadays, I would say no more than 5 years, young or old.
Okay.
I can take that. Good.
She was about to answer.
Here we go.
In my 20s, the age gap was about 20 years. Yeah. So I was like 22. He was like 42. Wasn't that much of a,
What about the other direction?
Wasn't that much?
No.
Okay.
20 years ain't that much?
20 years ain't that much.
No, because guess what? I was like fresh out of a relationship maybe a year before that. And so then I started dating, and this person like wine and dine me. So I was good.
Where my calculator at? Because my math ain't mathing tonight.
I said 20 years. If I was 22, he was 42. I didn't lie.
That's
you said 20 years is not a lot.
At the time, it wasn't.
I'm gonna say that's Shaq whole foot size. What are you talking about?
At the time, it was.
Oh well, and
she's saying how she felt
at that time.
During that time period, she didn't feel like it was a lot.
So
can you admit it? Can you admit it now that it's kind of
hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to see how much of this R. Kelly jail cell you need.
They were older than me. I was not older than
No, I know he was older than you, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, I just want to know where your thinking cap is at.
My thinking cap now is I'm 40 years old, and I'll be damned if I date somebody 60 when my parents is in their 60s.
Well, not even that. Like, when your daughter is 20, are you happy with her dating someone 20 year plus than her?
Who daughter?
When you have a daughter,
ain't nobody got no kids.
Or if you had
I got 18 of them that ain't mine, but still.
No, I'm just saying. If you had a daughter,
it's a mindset, is what I'm saying.
No. Like I said, that was then. When as you get older, you learn, and you're like, okay. No.
Beautiful.
You start to understand how predatory men are. As you
whoa! We're not gonna just put that on men now.
No, because it's not like if you go for adult
people that are older.
You just heard Miss. I'm not gonna keep on. I'm gonna say Miss B because Gerald already gave her up. You already heard what
Right.
Gerald said earlier, so we're gonna act like women can be predators too.
One girl's dated older men just like older women dated younger men. So I'm not gonna even go there. So I'm not even listening to what she just said.
We're not gonna just throw men out there as if they the only predators with dreadlocks.
That's why I just said and older women dating
Not
younger men.
The predator,
But what I will say is, being that I am 40, maybe 2 or 3 years younger than me, and only maybe 5 years older than me. And that's it. I'm good. No, can't do it.
Everybody answered?
Yeah.
Yep. We probably got maybe 3 or 5 comments. So can we go to those, please?
Yeah,
Gerald get on my nerves.
Leave the people alone in the comments, Gerald.
Okay, so let me read the comments. So Kiara says, I definitely want me a
Boaz.
Boaz. I want to make sure I said that right. A man from the Bible, older, more established type. It's too many men out here trying to be YNs. My child's father is younger than me. My mother always said, you robbed the cradle, now you buying one. Damn.
Oh, I got a question. Hold on. What's y'all age gap?
Yeah, let us know in the comments what age gap you are okay with. And then she says,
what's the age gap between her and her baby daddy?
That too. But I also want to know what your
Boaz is someone in the Bible, Gerald.
Oh, okay. I gotta get back to
that.
We'll
talk about it. We'll talk about it after the show.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No worries.
She also says, not too much. LOL. I was picked up a few times.
I mean, that's fine. I wasn't trying to pick up nobody.
I never was.
Fiction.
I never picked up from school either. But anyway, Taria says, I dated both older 15 years and younger 6 years. We'll never do neither again because both of them lied. Age does not equate to maturity or stability. Now I wouldn't go no younger or older than 4 years. And then Eli says, well, damn.
Great answer, Eli. Great answer.
Good reply.
Next question.
In the Why Did I Get Married films, 4 married couples take their annual vacation together, where all kinds of drama breaks loose, completely threatening the stability of every couple's marriage. How involved should friends be in each other's marriages and relationships?
Stay out my shit. Stay out my shit.
Name out your freaking mouth.
Stay out my shit. Because Mike killed the whole fucking table.
With one bullet.
Bruh. Killed the whole fucking...
Man, that wasn't a bullet. That was a cannon shot.
Man. Like, stay out my shit.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with you giving advice to your friends. There's nothing wrong with you having conversations,
Let her get it out, Jay. Let her get it out.
There's nothing wrong with having conversations, in regards to just communication-wise and maybe getting better understanding of what's going on in your own relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. It becomes an issue when whatever is going on in the other relationship is really starting to affect yours. That's when it's kind of a bit of an overstep. Like, why is your drama coming into my house? That makes absolutely no sense. Or if it's a situation where a friend has way too much say-so in what goes on in someone else's relationship, that's when it becomes a problem. It needs to be where there's boundaries set, healthy boundaries, but you guys are still able to have that communication amongst the couples.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Jay.
So my thing is, it's just when you just got to know who you're talking to at the end of the day. Because the thing is like I say, when you know a person like Mike, when they can use it for the great of evil at the end of the day. When everything can be brought at the dinner table for the great of evil at the end of the day. And all your problems can be just shot out. It can be shot out of a cannon, and all your problems can just be just, oh yeah, well you said this and you said that, and well why don't you say why you came crying at my house talking about how your wife was so stupid and this and this. Yeah, of course you can look at your friends who are also married. You can ask for an opinion, or of course, you can ask other married couples for advice, but you also got to know who you're talking to, because for the great of good, but you got to know who you're talking to at the end of the day.
Can we go back and get the question one more time, Professor?
Yes. In the Why Did I Get Married films, four married couples take their annual vacation together, where all kinds of drama breaks loose, completely threatening the stability of every couple's marriage. How involved should friends be in each other's marriages and relationships?
So when we think about these four married couples, I think that people made the assumption that they were friends, but I just think they all knew each other. Just because I know you guys don't make you my friend. And clearly Mike showed that he wasn't a friend whatsoever. Because anybody that goes out and expose everyone's business at a dinner table, that's clearly not a friend at all. Um, how involved should how involved should other people be in your relationship? I don't. The reason why I'm so private as it is now is because I don't really allow outside presences to know what's going on in my relationships. The reason why I don't post online about what's going on in my relationship, because I care less to know how other people, including my friends, feel about my relationship. I just think that know what's healthy, know what's good for you, know what your boundaries are before, and maybe I'm not even answering the question good myself at this point, but yeah, I really don't care for outside noise at this point.
You are. You answered it very well. Meech? I'm sorry, are you done, Aaron?
I'm done.
Oh, okay. Meech?
Honestly, how I see it is that friends can be, for me, an open ear. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean they have to give like advice or anything like that. Just be an ear to listen. I'm more so like I really don't need the advice. It's not that I don't appreciate it. I just don't need it because I don't feel like bringing like what's going on with my love life to other people. Like I'm more so on the fence of let me figure it out. Let me figure this out myself. So I guess you could say I guess you could say I'm somewhat of a private person too, in a sense. So that's the reason why I have this way of thinking when it comes to pretty much my love life and relationships, because I don't feel like bringing any relationship drama to any any of my friends that I'm close with, because they don't need to they don't need to go through like they don't need to be frustrated with my shit. So just let me so pretty much just let me figure this out on my own.
I'm sorry.
That's how I feel.
I just want to bring up one more thing. I'm sorry, Mitch. I didn't mean to cut you off if you were still going.
No, oh no, I was done.
Another reason also is sometimes you know that your friend is in a toxic relationship also. And it will be those moments where they will bring all that drama to you. You'll give them the advice. You'll let them know what they need to do. And then guess what? They go right back. So sometimes it's a situation of you don't want to, it's not that you don't want to be a friend and be there. It's one of those things where it's like at the end of the day, a person is going to do what they want to do as well. So sometimes some people, they don't want to hear the drama at all. And then oftentimes some people don't want to, like with me, they don't want to bring a situation to their friendship. They don't want to bring their relationship drama or have them in it because they already know what they're gonna do.
Regardless of what they're gonna do, I just think you're a friend. You're not a lover. Know your boundaries. And don't shit on your friends, partners. That never fixes a problem. I'll give it to my friend real, but at the end of the day, always leave it in their hands to determine what the end result's gonna be. Like because then you always look at the back. If you ever overstep or overplay your hand, you always gonna look like the bad person anyway. So
I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily that I mean, some people will. They will shit on the partner. But sometimes some people will just give constructive relationship advice to say, like, maybe you guys don't need to be together. Maybe you guys are both
yeah,
just not for each other,
I would I would never say that to somebody. Whether I felt that in my heart or not, like y'all maybe go seek some professional help and maybe let that person say that to y'all. But at the end of the day, I would. Who am I to say that y'all don't belong together? I mean, unless it's physical or unless it's to the point where someone's going to jail. Like, all right, bro. Like, come on now.
I
Like,
mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you have those situations where they will go beyond what it should be. Like, it really becomes a point where it either becomes dangerous or it just becomes completely just out of control. But I understand what you're saying. It's just like you don't want to be that person to say that to the friend or even about the partner, because at the end of the day, you're not in a relationship, they are.
yeah. I mean, who am I to tell you that you should be in a relationship with your partner, or who am I to tell you, Jay, that you shouldn't be in a marriage with your wife, or even to meet the professor? Like, who am I to tell you guys that y'all shouldn't be who y'all with? I look crazy as hell because I'm not the one that's investing that time, effort. I'm not laying next to that person every night. I don't know what goes on in y'all households other than what y'all tell me. And if you tell me that your life is not being threatened, I really have had no say so about who you should who you should be with at the end of the day.
I understand where you're coming from, but as a dear friend of mine, if I'm confiding into you and I trust your opinion as my dear friend, and you talk to me and I confide in you and you tell me and you say, bro, I don't like you in this position, and you say something to me and you say, bro, I don't want you in this position and I think you should do such and such, it's something I should take. This is something you should take into consideration. Yeah, that is something that you should take into consideration. This is something that you plant in my ear. Maybe it's something that I should take into consideration, and maybe it's something I should think about at the end of the day.
Wording is very important.
Right,
I would never just tell you to simply walk away from a situation if it doesn't lead to your well being threatened, or your
right,
livelihood or your life being threatened. So at the end of
right,
the day, um, the way I would word it, like AJ, and if this was me in a situation, I would do X, Y, and Z. If I was you in a situation, I would
right,
consider X, Y, and Z. I would never like blatantly tell Jay walk away from that shit unless I know there's handcuffs about to be slapped on your wrists,
right,
unless there's a weapon in your hand and you about to go 5150. Like there's certain things that like I think people overstep a lot of times, and that's why I think friendships don't really hold up the way they're supposed to hold up. And I kind of go back to kind of the earlier question, like, my core values and, respect, honesty, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, but I don't think I have a right to tell you how to live your life, how to be you, what things you should be doing. Like I think everyone has their own life to live and their own legacy to live while they're here on this earth. And while you here, I would just recommend you live it the way you want to live it.
right,
I would give you advice as a friend. I would tell you criticism as a friend. I know we went way
right.
off this question at this point, but um, I think a lot of people just overstep, and I think that's why a lot of friendships don't hold up either.
Hood.
Waiting for y'all to be done.
We're done.
We're finished.
Um, a person can only be as involved as you allow them to be in your relationship. Certain things you can say, but certain things you need to keep to yourself. Reason being, some people are so miserable in their own relationships that they want you to be miserable just like them. Um, You can take what people say with a grain of salt, but also understand that you have to be careful who you confide in, because you never know who will throw it up in your face or expose you or anything that you said to any and everybody into the world. So it's okay for people to give their opinion because that's what people do. You don't have to take their opinion and one full force with it, because again, opinions are like what, assholes, and everybody's got one. So just be careful who you confide in. Know what you say. Keep some things private. Sometimes you need to just speak to you and God, or go speak to a therapist. Don't put certain things out there, especially things that can be thrown back in your face or exposing you to other people. And just like Double A said, never shit on somebody's partner. Let them do that themselves if that's what they want to do. And even if they tell that to you, you don't have to go, yeah, because so and so and whoop de whoop. No, let them talk. Sometimes you just need to be a listening ear. You don't have to give your opinion on anything. That's pretty much it for me.
If y'all paint your partner out to be, if you paint your partner to be a shitty person, they always gonna look like a shitty person in the next person's eyes. Stop painting your partner out to be such a bad person to the next person, because whatever image you leave with me about this person, that's all the only thoughts I'm gonna have about that person. So be careful how you be careful. That power of the tongue is real too.
Yep.
Those are the facts, people.
Alrighty, everybody all good?
Comments.
Okay. Kiara says, oh, this is for the previous. She said, my child's father is 3 years younger, not too much of a difference, but mentally he was a baby at the time. This is for this question. She says, keep your business private, period. And she says, clock it double A. Eli says, you need a reliable, thoughtful, critical thinking, and non-biased counsel, but ultimately keep your friends, parents, grandparents, ancestors, pastor out of your relationships. Y'all business is y'all business, and any decision y'all to make is simply between y'all. Your counsel is on a need-to-know basis. Give your counsel sticky notes, not letters. Privacy and boundaries is peace. Talk your shit. Taria says, exactly, A. Just because you know somebody doesn't mean they're your friend. I know a lot of people that just loosely go around calling people their friends. I have a lot of associates, very few friends. Friendships are like relationships. You have to nurture it. You can just meet someone and say, hey, you're my friend after one day of knowing them. And I think she corrected that. And she says, you can't just meet someone and call them your best friend after knowing them for one day. And Slay Push Girl is in the building.
Hey.
Hey from YouTube. She says, hey, guys. All right. And we're done.
All right. In Soul Food, Bird contacts one of her exes to get her new husband, Lim, a job. Was she wrong? And how much is too much communication when it comes to an ex?
Leap, Gerald.
She's
Go ahead
dead
and
ass
leap.
wrong. She's dead ass wrong. I'm starting this off
you.
first. She dead ass wrong. Let me explain something to you.
Go ahead.
I don't care if the roles were reversed. At the end of the day, she's wrong. He would be wrong. Just listen. If you can't tell your husband or your significant other that you are talking to an ex and you're still friend with an ex, then you know that was wrong in the first place. And then to try to get them a job, knowing how this person still feels about you, you're fucking dumb. You're dumb as hell. Because I don't understand how you didn't think that shit was going to backfire on you. And then you're accepting gifts from a person knowing damn well that you shouldn't, because what's up?
She didn't shit but a fucking bracelet. It don't mean nothing.
You know, my nerves. You're accepting gifts. That means you are giving into all these things that he is doing towards you, and you don't think that he was going to say something to your new husband?
Not to mention the fact that this fool had the nerve. Like, I get it. Her husband's ex-girlfriend showed up too. But this motherfucker showed up at your wedding put money in you allow this motherfucker to stick a little money in your. You were going like it was never right. It was never right whatsoever.
I mean, they whole shit was just, man.
Hey, fellas, the women got it. We can go on to the comments now.
Yeah.
All the work.
We just gonna sit. Yeah, we gonna let the women. We gonna let the. I'm gonna just sit back and
She was dead ass wrong.
But we all agree.
Lucky he didn't call his sisters to whoop her ass.
Wait. Before I even jump out, Meech, you agree?
You got something to say on this one, Meech?
You on mute, right? You on mute, Meech.
You on mute, bro. You on mute, bro.
Hell yeah, she was dead ass wrong. Not.
All right. You ain't got nothing. No. Let's say it. We gonna let the women terrorize on this one. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear what Beach had to say.
No, yeah, Meech, you can rock. Go ahead, you can rock.
Let's be real. Bird was a dumbass at the end of the day.
That's a strong opening statement.
Ooh, I actually want to hear this one. Go ahead.
Well, she was a fucking idiot. Not even taking to the fact that boy had not even taking to the fact that she knew deep down inside he had an ulterior motive when he started to, do the extras and whatnot. She knew deep down inside, and she didn't even bother to bring that to her husband's attention at the end of the day. So therefore, she is the dumbest motherfucker on the face of the planet.
Well, shit.
and I said it, and I stand on it.
Oh, Meech triggered. Okay, you triggered me.
Talking shit on that shit.
And the fact that the director kept putting the camera on his orange lips too. That just kind of bad.
Terrible.
I'm just saying. And then the fact that he called her Cola. He called her Cola.
Little nickname from back in the day.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he's like, who the fuck is Cola? Like, she got that body shaped like a Coca-Cola bottle. It touched him. Like, and you just literally thought this was cool. Like, I'm like, bro, you just overstepping your boundaries. Like, you just like, and he just like just going over and over. Like, bro, like what you thought was gonna happen to you, bro?
That's my bitch you talking. I mean, that's my wife you talking about.
Right, like, bro, you just overstepping your boundaries, bro, all the way left. Like, it's just like, come on, bro.
But my thing is that it's like with her, what made you think that he was never going to eventually find out? Like, it's crazy that he found out, that fast, because that motherfucker was an asshole.
Crazy. If you look at it, it ain't crazy.
One of the dark always comes to light.
Time out. Let's be real. She did him a solid favor, but the way she did it was wrong. Because at the end of the day, we all knew the extras behind it. Yeah. But you got a man, you have a husband that got a record that can't get a job for nothing. So you did him a solid one, but the way you did the solid one was the wrong way. So at the end of the day,
got a brother-in-law that had his own company.
Right. Like, there were other areas, like there were other people that you could have went to talk to. You not to mention directly to your ex.
No, and not to mention your ex is arrogant at this point. It's not like,
I mean, it wouldn't matter if he wasn't arrogant. It was still out of bounds. I get it. You can be sneaky. You can be sneaky about it too, and it still be wrong. So the fact that it was arrogant and it was so much out there like that, it was more of a blessing in disguise, because now I don't need to know about all this little sticky stuff behind my back at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, she got the brother-in-law into it as well. Like, because she got the brother-in-law into it as well. Because the brother-in-law, she told the brother-in-law to tell him, and then that's how the whole shit happened at the. She told the brother-in-law to tell him, and then that's how the whole shit happened in the first place. But then it came out that basically it was the ex that helped him, but it was just a simple fact that the whole little shit that come to find out that it was the ex, but it was just like come to find out that it was the ex, but um,
Sorry.
We get what you're saying, Jay. We get it.
Sorry.
but yeah, I'm just
Open your eyes.
my eyes are open.
No.
My eyes are open.
I'm sorry. Can we go to the comments, y'all?
Oh,
Yes.
oh my soul.
Tria said, nope, you don't even have to finish. She was wrong. And Kira says she was dead wrong. Now her ex, no, her man ain't shit. And Taria also says it was so inappropriate. Games are being played. She literally put her husband in a position to be inferior to her ex-boyfriend. Facts. Knowing damn well that her ex still wanted her, because who buys their ex-girlfriend gifts like that? She was dead ass wrong. Like, girl, what the hell were you thinking? Not gonna lie though, when he stepped in the door and the glass broke, I clutched my invisible pearls. No, I need to slam that shit hard. Oh wait, we got one more comment. Eli says, age and liquor kicking in when you repeat yourself 3 times like a Lucky Charm. Make sure your brain works.
Thank you, Eli.
In Soul Food, Miles expresses to his wife, Terry, that he wants to withdraw $5,000 to start a music project, which leads to her making a snide remark about how much money in their joint account is actually his. Should couples have separate accounts, joint accounts, or both?
Both.
I say definitely both.
I say
Because
both
you
too.
need money for everything that's going in for the house and the bills and everything, but you still need your own.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
And then I think actually I will say they kind of got the details wrong on that, only because he took it out. Like, she talked to him and said, hey, I noticed that this money was taken out. And then he told her, like, well, I took 5,000 out. So my question, just to change
Same
that.
difference.
Oh, well, okay. It's the same difference. But you're right. Okay. Just going back to the answer. Yeah, it would be okay for both.
Okay.
Definitely both. Because you want to do things for self without having going through all the extras. So that way you have money set aside for that. And you don't need permission to do what you need to do because it's your money in your own account. But I would also say have that joint account, like the professor just eloquently stated, just basically to handle everything in the households and everything. So definitely both.
All right. All right, I ain't gonna say both for the 5th time. I think we all get it at this point. So let's just go to the comments.
You gotta have both. So
So
We
don't
only got-
start, girl.
We only got 2 comments. Eli says both, and Taria says both. So you can go to the next question.
Well, I said both with an F, but okay. In Girls Trip, Ryan is a famous lifestyle guru whose husband is cheating on her. Sasha, one of her best friends, discovers her husband's infidelity. What would be the best way to handle this situation with a close friend or family member?
I'm gonna let y'all answer first.
Why?
wow.
Loaded than a motherfucker.
This kind of go back to the kind of like the previous, not the last question, but one of the previous questions that we had previously, and I'm gonna be real with my friend, and at the end of the day, once I tell my friend what it is, I'm not saying nothing else after that. Like I told you what it was, you're gonna deal with it the way you want to deal with it. If you're gonna continue to be with that person, you will. But at the end of the day, like I've done my job as a friend. I'm not gonna sit here and continue to beat a dead horse. I'm not going to tell you how to make your next move or what to do with the next move, but I did my job as a friend, and that in the end, at this point, I'm still going to be your friend. I'm here to love you. I'm here to be your friend, but what you do in your relationship and your marriage is your business.
I agree.
I agree with you, Aaron.
Well stated. Like you can only say so much, and it all boils down to if you're open to listen and receive it at the end of it all. If you're not open to that, then why do I have to say anything?
And I also agree with that as well. It depends on what friend I'm talking to here.
I'm going to tell you this. One thing I would do too is, and if I've seen it happen, I'm pulling out my camera because sometimes people don't believe what you tell them. Sometimes you need a little bit of evidence. Now, once I show you this and I tell you, baby, what you do with that information is what you do with it, because now I didn't wash my hands with it because I didn't already let you know what was up. You seen clear as day. Now, honey, what you do is what you do. If you choose to accept that man and keep that man, I ain't got nothing to say about it. I'm not going to treat him no different because guess what?
Or woman.
I'm not even pulling out my camera because at the end of the day, that just tells me my word wasn't good enough for you to begin with.
Good
and
point.
If I'm your real friend, if I tell you something, I'm not hating on your relationship. I'm telling you as a friend
that's a good point too.
The
That's
reason
a good point
why
too,
I would pull my camera out
because
some people are so much in denial that they love, and it's not that they don't believe you, but because they're so delusional that they love this person so much. They're just not going to listen. It's not that they don't believe you.
They're being Delulu over there. Like, I'm fine with you being Delulu over there. Like, the Lulu land is real for a lot of people, and I'm fine with that. And it doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop me from being your friend. But just know I gotta take this.
Not.
I gotta take a step to the side while you enjoy the Lulu land next to Disneyland in Anaheim somewhere.
But you want to know what's crazy about that is that even if people will be so far into Lulu that you will have all of the evidence in front of their face,
and still won't believe you. Yeah, that picture, your words still won't mean nothing to them because they still are season pass holder to the Lululand.
I mean that just goes to show how much you value.
It's hilarious because that drink is creeping. That's
right.
no, it ain't creeping. It's just funny. Like the Lululand is funny.
A season pass. I like that.
The season pass. That's hilarious.
There's a lot of people like that. Trust me.
But yeah, I agree though. Like, because if my word doesn't mean anything, especially judging from the fact that I've never brought this up in,
I have no reason to lie to you as a friend.
My point exactly. So
I mean, even though it just boils down to how much you value me as your friend, to keep it a buck with you. Like, if you don't trust anything that I'm saying to you, then definitely I'm gonna have to scale back a bit.
But like, to be real with you, Meech, love, like we said earlier, love and delusion can have somebody jab step away from a friendship in order to kind of like still chase after love, because again, we already know what the power of love does to people. So at the end of the day, like I said earlier, if we still gonna be keeping core values on how we treat our friends and how long friendships last, at the end of the day, I'm gonna allow you to be in your delusion as long as you want to be there, and I'm gonna be over here, with welcoming arms. You come back and say, Aaron, you was right the whole time. She was out here cheating on me, or she was out here for the streets. And that's what real friendships are. At the end of the day, like, we know people out there that, are going through whatever problems they're going through. And let's even take it outside of relationships. At the end of the day, what a real friend is, that, hey, I know you're going through what you're going through right now, but when you're ready to fight this together, or when you ready to come back to your real mind, not this fantasy mind of yours, I'm gonna be here for you.
Especially knowing from the fact that I don't never bring this to you. Like 90% of our conversation is not about this person cheating on you or messing around on you. It's never been about that. And I'm not just coming out of center field, just bringing this up. So why would I bring this up right now? So
not only that, but being so delusional. I heard what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, look, here you go. In my mind, I get it. You say you saw whoop whoop whoop, but because I'm so delusional, maybe it's a person that looked like them. Maybe you thought you saw this person that looked like them. Because I'm so delusional, that's what I'm hearing in my head. You
Or
get what I'm
maybe
saying?
that was just a friend.
Yeah, some people are that delusional, and I've seen it happen. Well, maybe it's just somebody that looked like them. I mean, I hear you, but I don't think it's true. It's probably just somebody that looked like them. Very delusional.
The Lulu world.
That's scary that happens very so often.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Whew.
Everybody answer?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is for the previous question. Taria says, but I'm not going to hesitate to help you if I see that you're trying to do something that you're passionate about. Like, come on. Terry's issue was the fact that she didn't support her husband's passion. She kind of looked at it as a joke, which is low-key hurtful, so he ended up sleeping with the cousin. Not saying it was right, but he slept with her cousin because she supported him, and that turned him on. She also says, this is in regards to this, if you put spoken like a true Virgo, always with the receipts.
All right, next question. In ATL, Rashad starts catching feelings for a fly girl named Nunu, perpetrating like she's from the city, but is really from the suburbs, with a billionaire father at that. Could you continue a relationship with someone who lied about their identity or financial status?
No. See, in this case, it was she lied for the better, wasn't lying for the worse, but like once a liar, always a liar. So if we gonna keep it a buck, like if you lied about being from the hood when you lived in the suburbs, you'll lie to me. You'll lie to me over anything at this point. Like once you tell one lie, you got to keep on telling another lie to cover your first lie. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to think that like, oh, it wasn't a lie that hurt the relationship, but I just feel like why lie and tell people that like why lie about who you are as a person?
You're exactly
It's
right. The thing is, if you lie about something so simple as that, what makes me not think you're going to lie about something even worse? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to lie to be in my presence, because if you see that I'm a cool person and you see my personality, then you ain't got to lie to kick it. And there's
And
never a reason why you should lie to anybody about who you are, especially because eventually that little persona, you're going to forget about it, or you're going to forget some type of detail, and they're going to figure it out. Keep it 100 with a person. Tell them who you are, what it's about. Either they're going to fuck with you or they not.
And the cold part was their love was genuine. She just the details of where she came from and who her daddy was, and that was a lie. So like in a sense, you personality catfish me.
Right.
You like you didn't have to,
I like
you didn't have
that
to
one.
tell me that you live this lifestyle that I live. Although like I was doing well for myself because I was saving money, I was trying to get a better life for me and my brother. We lived with our uncle. Like I wasn't just a bum from the hood. Like I think Rashad was one of the guys that had a head on his shoulder, that had a plan. Wanted to do the drawings for the editorial magazine and or the newspaper and everything. So I think you could have just been real with me from the jump. I would have been in love with you because I fell in love with you genuinely. Like I didn't fall in love with you for anything outside of what you showed me, except for you didn't tell me the part of who your daddy was and when you really stay at him.
And let me tell you something. I'm not finna be in no motherfucking bus when I got a Beamer at home. That's just not gonna happen.
Come on now,
Man,
come on now.
It's not gonna happen.
Right? Like I'm not about.
You want me to get on a 42?
Like I'm not about to be catching the 42 when I got gas. But I gotta. Man, tell me about it. Like,
and I damn sure would have snatched my chain back too. I ain't gonna even hold you.
But like the cold part was, I was impressed with the little bitty ass chain that you gave me. When really my daddy could go out and give me something 10 times what you gave me at the end of the day. So like it wasn't really about what the chain was. It was just like the fact that like okay.
It was about
what it represented for sure.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what's even cold about it was, if your boy was your boy, he would have told you regardless. Like I would have when I found out, I would have told him like, this is what it is. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Well, you know, your dad ain't gonna be. No, fuck all that. I'm gonna tell if you my boy and you know how I rock with the four amigos, I'm gonna let y'all know the real deal. I'm sorry. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like you don't have to. You don't have
Because
to.
if I'm not mistaken, she didn't go to school with them at all, did she?
No, she didn't.
Nope.
Like she didn't go to school with them. She only like popped up when they were like at the
skating rink,
cafe,
at the
functions and
whatnot.
Like at the pool, like at parties, the skating rink, and all that type of shit.
At the burger place.
Yeah,
so
like
she was just hanging out basically.
Yeah, like she don't nobody know nothing about her except like them little shit. So yeah. So okay, so yeah, it made sense.
Okay.
Go ahead, Heather. Give your answer. Don't be afraid to say if you in the opposition. Just say how you feel.
I'm sorry, y'all, but I wouldn't end it. Would I be pissed for a second? Yes. Would I need a moment? Yes. But I would want to communicate with her and just try to get down to like, what was the reason? Like, why was this a thing that you needed to hide from me? Like, I wouldn't have given a damn either way. Like, I would have wanted to have a communication as to what was the reason that you did that. Because
he said you wasn't one of those. And then he said, I don't want to hang with you. I don't want to kick it with you. I don't want to skate with you no more. He told it to everybody. He ain't fucking with nobody after that. Just saying.
I don't know. I just don't think that I would have, because of what it was, I don't think I would have cut. I wouldn't have just been done. I would have been pissed off, but I wouldn't have been done.
So my question is, in the back of your mind, you wouldn't still be thinking like, is they gonna lie to me again?
I mean, of course, my eyes would be open just for anything else, but I really can't break down to you why.
And that's fine, Heather. Like
we respect that.
I appreciate you like standing on your point and not moving just because everybody else felt a different way. But cool, if that's how you feel. Like there's no pushback. Just that's your personality trait.
No judgment here.
Not at all.
But then again, I've always been that type of person. But I've always been that type of person.
It's honestly understandable because.
Hold on, Jane. Go ahead, Heather. Go ahead.
I've always been that type of person to give people the benefit of the doubt. Just because I always want to understand from their perspectives. Now, no, I'm gonna leave it at that. I always want to understand from other people's perspectives of why they make the decisions that they make. And in this situation, I just don't feel like it would have been that big to where I was like, you know what? I don't want to fuck with you at all anymore. I would just be pissed off for a second.
All right. Did everybody answer? Let's go to the comments. I think there's some good comments over there. At least I see one of them.
Okay. Mama Cookie is in the building. Hey.
Mama.
She says, just popping in to say hello to the most fabulous crews across the book. I love you guys. We love you too.
Love you, Mama.
Eli says, no, I got to protect my peace, Miss Lady. Go ahead and kick rocks. You got a Picasso in your house. He said, let me go ahead and get that Lennox Mall gold chain necklace back.
The middle of the mall gold chain.
Damn, bro.
I'm sorry. Aaron is
4K silver. It got the 4K stamp on it.
I don't know this person. I don't know who this person is right here. Bet you got a pretty good laugh about this one here, huh?
Now, before Taria brings up a good point. I'm gonna let Heather read the comment.
I'm mad because that was a question, but I'm not gonna even ask that question now.
Okay. Taria says Prince Hakeem from Zamunda did it. However, I don't trust nobody who lied to me from the beginning. I don't care what the reason is. You can't start off a relationship with a lie. And Eli says, "Who had the worst chew with gum? Ricky's baby mama from Boys in the Hood or Nunu? Smack all the flavor out of that gum."
I don't even remember Ricky baby mama chewing gum. So
I,
what
Oh,
you say?
I
damn.
know what he's talking about. He's talking about when they were
Mhm.
talking about when she was in the circle with her girlfriends, and they
Oh
were
girl,
talking
we
about,
scoping this whole man.
and she was like, he got a crash shot.
I don't even remember her chewing.
He was
Right.
chewing.
It was Levita from Class Act. I thought you were gonna play with my frog.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god.
here.
Hopping in my direction.
But like even Class Act was like a movie that almost they like switched sides and you know
And
Duncan
also,
Hughes, Dave Brown, they catfish you know they lovers and you saw how that ended up in the movie as well. Like you a what? You know so like
Son of a
Leah
bitch.
said. You can't start a relationship with a lie and expect it to last. Yeah, I'm with
That's
you,
right.
whether it's good or bad. But you know, Heather, we also respect your opinion as well, and more power to
Fact.
you. Go ahead, Professor.
Okay. In Fences, Troy was hunted by his past mistakes and refused to forgive himself and others. Is forgiving yourself easy for you or something that you struggle with?
Something that I struggle with.
Definitely something I can
you
struggle
have a
with.
whole ass baby.
Heather, we're not on that. You
I'm
on a
sorry.
whole nother. That's not the question.
I know, but it just that
Answer,
was the
answer
first
the
thing that
question.
popped up in my head when I heard fences. I'm
Yes, he
sorry.
had a whole ass baby that he brought home to his wife that she raised even after he died.
Mm, mm, mm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, you all want me to
Forgiving.
repeat the question?
Yeah, you can repeat the question.
Okay. In Fences, Troy was hunted by his past mistakes and refused to forgive himself and others. Is forgiving yourself easy for you or something that you struggle with?
Something
Something
I
that I
struggle.
struggle with.
Yeah.
Y'all
Definitely
want to
something I
elaborate as
struggle
to
with.
why?
I can.
Then do.
Well, floor is yours.
I will say it's funny because I did have a perspective moment earlier today about this, but a lot of my decisions have come from past relationships and people that I've dealt with. And a lot of that I have held on to for a very long time. I've held on to a lot of the hurt and the pain and the trauma that it has caused. And because a lot of the decisions I willingly went into, it has been very hard to forgive myself, even to the point where it sometimes does affect my recent relationship because I can't remove myself from what I've done. So, yes, I definitely do struggle with forgiving myself for a lot of things that's happened to that I've done in the past.
Okay.
Mm.
Anybody else?
When I fuck up big. Like I don't always fuck up big, but like I think no one's perfect, so everybody gonna make mistakes and everything. But when I make a mistake, it's usually like an earthquake mistake, and it leaves some type of destruction behind. And sometimes I do have problems with forgiving myself. I know, again, only one person walked this life or walked this earth with a perfect life, and that person's been gone a long time. If you believe that, in which I do, but at the end of the day, I don't. Story for another day, whatever. But I just feel like again, with some of the mistakes I made in this life, I'm not happy I did them, but they're it's done now, and it takes a long time for me to forgive myself for some of the things I did. But that's just the human nature in me. So
Um. Sometimes I'm afraid to take the next big step, and I'm afraid of taking that next big step. So I'm afraid of failing at it. So yeah, I guess yeah, I'm afraid of failing. Yeah, I'm afraid of succeeding at it, and so yeah, I'm talking in circles. So yeah, I'm afraid of failing. So that's basically what it is.
Okay.
So I'm afraid of taking that next big step.
Gotcha.
Um, I do have a tendency to like not really. I mean, I pretty much blame others what what happened to me, or I blame others for how things have turned out. So I struggle with I struggle with a lot with being accountable for everything that I've done. It's gotten better. It's gotten better as time rolls along. But back then, I had a struggle with that heavy. So so being able to hold myself accountable is was definitely a clutch in my life. So s- I'll just leave it at that.
For me, it's definitely a struggle because I'm a person who I always try to have things like already set how I want it, and when I don't get it that way, or if I know that there's something I should have did and I procrastinated so long that it didn't happen, and I knew I could have did it, it bothers me. So it puts me in a place where now I got to do a reset. So for me, it's definitely a struggle, and it doesn't get easy, and it probably never will, but it's a learning process for me. So yeah, pretty much that in a nutshell.
Everybody, Jesus Christ, they're loud. Everybody answer.
Ghost Eraser, go!
That's pretty clutch. That's pretty clutch.
You ain't lying. I was like, who the fuck is driving like that?
I think everybody answered. We just have one comment. It's from Taria. She says, "I definitely struggle with it for sure."
Okay, I'm going to give y'all something a little funny because that was kind of a
Wait,
know.
one more comment. Eli says, "My dog Aaron. I stepped in the room. Kaboom! I'm not playing with him. I'm really not playing with him." But he says, but I understand. I agree."
Okay. Who played the best crackhead in a movie?
Oh shit! Here we go.
A. Alfred Woodard as Wanda in Holiday Heart. B. Chris Rock as Pookie in New Jack City. Or C. Samuel L. Jackson as Gator in Jungle Fever.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Gator.
Mama, check out this new dance move. I made this one just for you.
I want to say that. I do. But I just can't get Alfred Woodard's red wig out my head and her saying, "I got the bike holiday. I got the bike." I can't.
It's a toss up between those two. It definitely is a toss up between those
But
two.
Pookie did. Chris Rock did play a good Pookie.
He did.
No, he did.
Pookie definitely did it. Pookie is definitely a memorable character, but it's something about Gator.
You didn't do my favorite part.
I like getting high. I'm a track head. I was like Samuel L. definitely did
say
his
it
shit.
that
The
way.
fact that he was actually the fact that he was actually old crack when he did the shit was like
Facts.
It is.
Meech, be the tiebreaker. Meech, let us know who you got between Holiday Heart and Gator. Unless she's gonna go the other direction and go Pookie.
Hey, I picked both of them.
I want to say both Gator and Pookie, but I'll go to more Pookie because how Chris Rock played that role, it just lives rent free in my head.
He went different.
Calling me.
It just be calling me, man. Be calling me, man. I just gotta go get it. I need help, man.
yeah, Samuel is a fool. Samuel was a fool playing that shit in Jungle Fever.
He's a fool in most of his movies, though.
Yeah. Sorry.
You have a little moment over there, ain't you?
Because that's my favorite part, and I seen that shit like yesterday, and I was cracking the fuck up laughing. I didn't see the movie, but I seen that clip.
I got you.
Not
It's
to
just the way
mention
you
they
do
had
it.
a no, I'm not even gonna say it because I was gonna say not to mention they had somebody else in that movie that was also a crackhead. But hey, I'm gonna go to the everybody answered.
Mm-hmm.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. Taria says Samuel in that damn dance to the heaven. That
Damn.
was it.
Okay. Who was the most memorable character in a movie? A. Mookie in Do the Right Thing. B.
Mm,
Half Pint in School Days. Or C.
mm.
Jimmy in Girl Six.
Mookie.
It's definitely Buki.
Repeat
Mookie.
the question.
Who was the most memorable character in a movie? A. Mookie in Do the Right Thing. B. Half Pint in School Days. Or C. Jimmy in Girl Six.
I don't like none of these options.
Fuck you, fuck your pizza, and fuck Frank Sinatra.
Well, fuck you too, and fuck Michael Jackson. Don't you? I was like, I want to slap the taste out of his mouth. Don't you ever say fuck Michael Jackson? You crazy?
Even though it was a good character in both other movies, even though I feel like with Girl Six it wasn't as
Jimmy was
good
garbage.
as
Jimmy character was garbage. Like you crazy. Jimmy's character was garbage, but Half Pipe was cool. But
Not the most
can't
memorable.
you would
Mookie
yeah,
is definitely most memorable.
but I mean but Half Pint was okay, but it was but
I,
in my opinion, Mookie is way more memorable than both of them though. In my opinion, my most humble opinion.
I mean, hell, he set off the whole motherfucking shit by throwing that shit in the goddamn window. Like he definitely.
I mean, the damn near the whole movie was based on Mookie. He really
Basically.
That is, yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
See, for me, all I can hear is Rosie Perez in my head.
There it is right there. Like shit, you say Mookie.
Like that's all I hear in my head.
Radio. Like, come on now. Like
all right, cool. 5 Mookies. On to the comments.
Five movies. Damn.
5 Mookies on to the next.
All right, let's. We have 2 comments. This was for the previous. Eli says B. Holiday Heart. Alfred fucked me up when I was a kid with that scene when she tried to sell her daughter. Yes for the crack. But go ahead and give Holly her flowers like last time for her Oscar-worthy performance as a crackhead back to back. Good roles, right? Okay, Eli. And Taria said Mookie.
So that's 6 Mookies.
Yep, that's 6 Mookie.
Okay,
Mookie Betts.
y'all ready?
Ready.
Yep.
In Bamboozle, Pierre is a Harvard-educated black man that works for a white man who has a black wife. His boss uses African American vernacular English as well as the N-word repeatedly. Who gets a pass for using the N-word and who bet not never? Does it ever depend on the situation or certain factors?
Who did not never use the N word? Is that what you said?
Who gets a pass for using the N-word and who but not never? Does it ever depend on the situation or certain factors?
No one go first, huh?
Even though I feel like it's still going, I mean, it's going to happen either way. People, honestly, clearly they said that they don't give a fuck. I still will go and say that I feel like people that are non-black should not use that word.
Thank you.
I don't care about the situation. I don't care if you're from the hood, because it's most
Yeah.
people. A lot of motherfuckers that are actually I will say this because a lot of people want to use the reason saying that, oh, I'm from the hood. This is how I grew up. This is what I am. This is what I've been around. But I've also met people who have also come from those same hoods, and they still give the respect to not use that word. So I don't really feel like it's an excuse.
Okay.
No, I agree.
Anybody else?
I mean, people throw around that N word more freely than usual. So it's it's kind of like realistically, no matter what you're gonna say, people are still gonna use it regardless. But I will definitely say I agree. Like if you're not a person of color, you can't use that shit.
I'm a I'm gonna be different tonight, and I'm gonna say this. I think we should just bury the word altogether. Even us, we should let go
Thank
of
you,
the
Aaron.
word.
Thank
Um,
you.
and y'all know me very well, so y'all know I say this word a lot myself. But I think the reason why other people use it so, or other people outside of black people use it so much, is because one, we say it too much, but two, we allow them to say it too much as well. We don't live in a time and day where there's consequences behind your words, so you don't hear too many people getting their ass whooped, or be in check for saying words anymore, or saying that word anymore. But I think as a culture, as a society, as us black people, I think we need to. It's time for us to let the word go as well. I don't think people fully understand where that word comes from, and it comes from a place of hurt. It comes from a place of
Negativity.
negativity, um, just very very bad stuff that none of us really have to live. So
Mm.
It has a negative stigma on it.
yeah, I mean,
And
Especially
regardless
our
of
ancestor,
how
our ancestors, and
regardless of how much you want to change the word and say, okay, we're changing this negative into a positive, it's going to always be a negative when you have other people using it and you don't correct it, you don't rectify the situation. And it's like you want to be mad, but you don't stand up for it when it's being said by other people.
I mean, whether you change the ending to an A, or to an ER, I just think that it all is the same to me.
No, no,
You
no,
know,
I'm saying that, but I'm saying initially when they changed it, that's what it was
no,
for.
it wasn't a response towards your comment. I was just saying in
Yeah.
general.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's one of those things where if you don't make the change, you can't complain,
Mhm.
in my opinion.
I'm, yeah,
Understandable.
honestly, it doesn't. It wouldn't have mattered if you try to put like a positive spin on it. Like that negative stigma, it's never gonna go away. So
It's funny to me that how we America goes out their way to change names like the Washington Redskins to the Washington Commanders, but we can't get rid of words like that negative word right there. So it's just like we look out for other cultures and make sure that we're very sensitive around other cultures, but then when it comes to our culture, it's fine that people go out and say those type of words, and there is not ever being corrected in society whatsoever.
And trust me, I almost lost a friendship over that word, and it was accidentally said. So yeah,
Mm.
I'm just saying.
Well,
Don't keep it a buck. Should I? Hey, teach us all.
Go ahead and read the comments, Heather. You don't have to read them in silence, but you can read them out loud.
okay. Eli says that's a deep ass cut, Professor. I ain't seen that movie in a minute. Fire pole. He also says we got to use the word like Dave did on the Chappelle show. Good morning, Mister. We'll leave it at that.
I hated that skit, mind you.
This question, it's very simple. When did you fall in love with hip hop? When did you fall in love with hip hop?
The moment I lay eyes on you, Sonale, then I was about to say Dre. Fuck all that.
It was. I don't think you understood the question.
It was Boogie Down in the Bronx.
When
Um,
when I first heard "Light as a Rock" in 1988, I'm just playing. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
who wants to get the answer when they fell in love with hip hop?
Um,
I hate doing
I think I probably I don't know how old I was, but I know I was in my dad's car and he was playing Colors
the
and
song colors.
the song Colors.
Wow.
Ice T.
Wow.
Colors.
Colors.
And
You
he
don't
had
know me.
the amps and everything, and just the music and the beat and everything, and it just made me like, okay, I like music. I need to hear more of this. And I was young, listening to it, and you got to understand, listen to music in different spaces makes you appreciate it even more, in my opinion. So for me, it was listening to that and listening to Kumo D. I'm telling my age. I don't care.
What,
I'm gonna be honest with you, but
may I ask what song by Kumo D?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Well, you didn't get
It
that.
don't matter. It don't matter because you was over there with sister Beverly. Never mind.
Right.
Never mind. She tell you turn the ceiling fan.
I just want to know was it How You Like Me Now? Was it Wild Wild West? I used to live downtown. I just wanted to know. Like,
I'm actually I do have a similarity of what Pud said, but with me it was more so my brother. He would always listen to his music in the car. He always had an eclectic amount of music, but he had a lot of hip hop as well too, and he used to listen to a lot of DJ Quick. That was what really put me on to really loving hip hop, because it wasn't just only like the lyrics. He enjoyed the production as well. Like he'll hear every single little, I'll see him with his little hands every time he hears a little thing that he liked in the song. So I would honestly say,
don't know gang signs.
No, so like when you
like a piano. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Okay.
Like,
dang, your brother's out here gang banging.
no, I mean, he wasn't gang banging. He was affiliated with some niggas, but he was. He didn't.
Oh, we know.
How you gonna say the word but then bleep out the word? Okay, never mind. Keep going.
What? I just said affiliated.
No.
Well, anyways.
You did say. But
I didn't see the ER. But yeah, that was pretty much when I fell in love with hip hop. So next person.
I fell in love with hip hop culture with lowriders. I think my pops was a car guy. So with lowriders came music. Car clubs, old school cars. So I think the love of music also came during a time when I was introduced to cars as well. So classic cars, lowriders, music, and I'm not just talking about the Art LeBeau, just a Smiley, but my dad was like a big Temptations, big OJs, so I think about dad cruising in classic cars and playing music, and that's when I probably first fell in love with hip hop culture. I'm not going to say hip hop music.
That's dope.
I would definitely say it was through my sister, and she would listen to a whole lot of Tupac, and that's when I genuinely started to appreciate hip hop, especially hip hop here on the West Coast. And it was nothing but either Tupac or Ice Cube or DJ Quick. Whenever one of those three came on, it was blasted heavy. So I tend to love West Coast hip hop, not only from a lyrical standpoint, but production wise as well.
Like that.
okay.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna say I fell in love with hip hop when I heard MC Hammer's turning his mother out. And that's when I learned and when I saw the dance moves. What? I'm serious. Like, and when I saw the background dancers and all that type of stuff. And I fell in love with the energy and all that type of stuff.
We gonna turn this mother.
Told you that was my idol when I was a kid.
You did say that.
He did say that.
I do remember.
That was my idol as a kid. And then as I got older, that's when I started getting into DJ Quick and all that other stuff.
I'm gonna find you some can't touch this pants and
I
jeans.
had those as a kid. I
I mean,
had
I'm gonna
the
find
I
them
had
for you as an adult.
I had the
Don't
gazette.
put on them pants as an adult, please, for the love of God, don't.
I had the gazette.
Every time you come on to the crib, put you
I
already
had
know
the
you got
I
to
had
put
the
on.
gazelles. I had the gazelles too.
I'm not playing.
You had the
Yeah,
who?
The gazelles. I had the
yeah,
glasses too.
Cuh?
Cuh.
I thought it
Gu-
was yeah.
Guh.
gazelles.
Gazelles, however you say that word. Shit.
Stop gang banging on this show. I keep telling you.
Okay.
Was you in the too legit too quick? You was doing that?
Yep.
Too legit.
I believe it.
Too legit too quick. Hey.
Hey, hey.
I'm telling you.
Because I thought he was MC Hammer like a motherfucker.
Oh God. Shit. Every time Hammer came out with a video, I was in front of the TV. I'm bullshit you not.
He over there, Hammer. Hammer, I am. Yeah, I hate you.
Let's hammer to the comments, y'all.
Right.
Alrighty, Teresa says, my older brother introduced me to hip hop. He loved Wu Tang, and his fave from that group was Met. But the song that did it for me was Main Source, I'm Looking at the Front Door, because the only time that fool let me in his room was to sing that song with him. And
That's
she
it.
also says, MC Hammer was dope to me too, Jay. LOL.
Salute.
Okay. And welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins. Roscoe is a successful TV host who abandoned his family and Southern roots for Hollywood. How closely connected do you feel to your family and where you come from?
I am very connected.
I'm very close to my family.
That will, no matter what happens, no matter what changes, that that connection will never be severed.
Very true. I think I got just the honest face.
I feel like sometimes my connection with family is on Wi-Fi.
That's not funny, y'all. That's
It's
I'm
just the
dead
way.
ass serious.
I mean, I get it, but it's like,
I mean,
damn.
it's not funny. It's
It's like
just damn.
sometimes we can be so connected, like we're straight up dial up, right? And then other times it just seems like Wi-Fi. Like sometimes it's a hit and miss, and in families you go through kind of shit like that. But for the most part, I feel like I am connected to my family where we are good enough where we're connected. Sometimes you don't have to always be connected. Sometimes you can just cut your Wi-Fi on, see how everybody is doing, cut it off, and move on about your day. And that's how I feel when it comes to certain people in my family. And some people in my family, we got a dial up that ain't working or a Wi-Fi that won't connect, and I'm okay with that. That's
That's
just me.
true.
Talk your shit.
well. On another note, me and my family were locked in pretty strong. So I think I should have went before you dropped that bomb on us.
I'm sorry.
But I appreciate the honesty. That I mean that's real because at any given time, it doesn't take much for family to get off track. But at the end of the day, as long as you know what it is and where y'all stand, and at the end of the day, you still loving your family even from a broken connection.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You still love them.
they still love them. So
I can love you and not fuck with you. Trust me.
Facts.
I just hope that we get back, off that dial up and get back onto high speed.
Nah, the two people that's on that, my
Well,
number's switched and everything. We ain't gonna never be connected.
you have mail.
Spam. We went straight to spam. I didn't even get it.
Damn. I would say on my mom's side, we're definitely strong. Like there's never a dull moment. We may have our hiccups every now and then, but that 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 strong bond never dissipates. As far as on my dad's side, there's none. There is absolutely none because know them worth. I don't know them worth a damn. And it's crazy that you know of me, but you don't even bother to reach out. So
Time out, Meech. Didn't you just take a trip out there? Never
yeah,
mind. We're talking about after this.
Yeah,
I'll
real
say this,
for real.
and I might not be the right person for it, but sometimes, in order to feel the way you want to feel about it, reach out, and then if it's not reciprocated, then you say fuck you.
I, I see why you said right message, wrong messenger, possibly.
And well, no, because the thing is, if you reach out, which I've done, but if it's not reciprocated or if there's no level of respect, then I've done my part, and I can say wholeheartedly that guess what, I've done my part, and I'm good, and I wash my hands.
Mm.
Respectfully, Meech. Um, would you say that the relationship is severed because of your dad has now transitioned to better places? Like, would you say because of your dad's passing, respectfully, would you say that's the reason why that side of the family is now kind of like non-existing to you? Or if he was here, would it still be a weak
Not
signal?
non-existent.
Right.
I I would say even if he even when he was alive, like they knew of me, but they really didn't know me
Got you.
Mm.
until after his
Mm.
passing. You
Okay.
know, when I got into contact with them about everything that's been going on,
Right.
and last time I talked to any of them was the tail end of 2020.
Okay.
Then you
Mm.
did your part.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
definitely. Part.
Once you do
I,
your
I,
part,
I
you
respect you
good.
for even doing that. So much
Yeah,
respect.
real
Yeah,
talk.
once you do your part, you good. That's all I
Right.
say.
Yeah.
Let's do our part in the comments and read them comments off.
Alrighty. This is for the previous question. Eli says, I fell in love with hip hop when I started hearing the same melodies and instruments from old jazz, R&B, soul records being reimagined, flipped and built and become more visual with the sounds. It didn't help that I'm also from VA. Taria says, I'm close to some people in my family. However, some are not to be trusted. I love them from afar.
Say
And then
less.
Eli says, all my family ain't blood, so yes and no.
And that's facts. All family ain't blood.
Hmm.
Yeah.
that's the truth.
Okay. I think we got time for one more question.
Yeah, we do.
And the question is, what's a line from a movie that you say on a daily basis? What is a line from a movie or a quote that you say from a movie on a daily basis?
Shit.
Gerald, y'all two, Gerald the professor, y'all the movie Wikipedias at this point. Y'all say
I'm gonna say one
lines.
now and then I'll say another one later. But I said it earlier and it's use a dummy, bitch.
I'm
I
gonna say
promise
it
you, I say
one
it all the
more.
time. Even when I'm not saying it to somebody, it just randomly pops in my head and I gotta say it. Use a dummy, bitch. Sorry. That's one of my favorite ones.
I don't have any that I say every day, but I know every once in a while, if someone mentions these numbers, I automatically say 732 immediately.
I
It
hate
always
you.
goes back to that. I don't know
I
why.
hate you.
I'm about to say shit on a normal. I can't really think of nothing. I'm blocking up right now. I'm really blocking up. I can't really think of that at this particular point moment. I'll come back to me on that one.
Whew. I don't
Is there
say it.
anything that you will randomly just say, like blurt out? It doesn't have to be on a daily basis, but just something that you would just randomly blurt out.
The poor man's going blind.
That is.
The poor man's going blind.
Oh shit.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
say I don't say it too often, but it have to be that intro with Nino Brown. Money talks, bullshit runs the marathon. Because I say that a little bit more often than I than I should.
Well, damn.
A little bit more often than you should.
I've never heard you say that before.
I was about to say I've known you for quite a while, and
He
I've
said it a couple
never
times. No, he has. I'm not going to even hold you. He
No,
has.
he always say I'm a Jazzy Jeff your ass out.
Thank you. I was about to say I've heard you say that quite a few times, but I've never heard you say Buddy talks and bullshit. But since we gotta get up out of here, I'm gonna let you have that. But I've never heard you say that. But okay, to each his own.
I ain't got no line, y'all. Like whatever come to mind. I'm like y'all. You know what we call it? Put or professor. You know, like we always like put line, or we always like.
It's about song association.
Association. There we go. Like
I'm a very word association person.
Yeah, but other than that, like I don't. I'm pretty much a natural. You know, I don't really repeat things too often like that on a normal basis.
Right. I'm more of a natural. Like
yeah,
I'm more of natural. Like
I know in my old job, there was one line for some reason they used to repeat all the time. I don't know why, but for some reason, my coworkers had an obsession with Friday. So every day you would hear somebody talk about what you got on my 40. Like literally every single lunchtime. What you got on my 40, homie?
That was back in high school, possibly middle school, maybe.
And then because Brown Sugar was one of my favorite movies, I used to always say, you were the perfect verse over a tight beat. I used to say that shit. That shit, that's my little game I used to run back in the day. I don't do that shit now.
Or I'll be like, what the fuck
What
was
the fuck
that?
is that?
There you go.
That is something
There you
you
go.
That's what you say all the time. Our Richard Lawson.
What the fuck?
Richard Lawson. Motherboards.
Right. I wanted those pork chops. Like
Now we talk.
No.
I know a lot of motherfuckers every day for some reason they want to talk about tell you man get your squabbles up or some shit.
that was another one too. Like, where the titties in the bitches?
Sorry.
It's supposed to be titties. Where the titties in the bitches? But anyway, with that being said, well, no,
we gotta get to the comments.
We gotta get to the comments.
Everybody answer.
Go to the comments first.
Yes.
That being said, hold your horses.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Tris says, I want to talk about the plan you've been working on.
That's
Damn.
cool. Yeah.
Good.
Good.
And she says, whenever I get a call from my bro, and Kristen is in the building. Hey, she says, hey, y'all. Hey. Kristen.
Hey.
This nigga Eli, he says, get the D.
Gotta go like this when you do it.
All right, y'all make my ass itch. And that's ass.
Hey, what we doing that shit? What we doing those like some time like a week ago or some shit?
Yeah, we
Yes,
was.
that was the last show.
That's the last show. He on from part 1 still.
Right, because Jay could not stop laughing. He was laughing so hard, we really thought he was frozen.
Right. He checked out for a moment.
There you go.
You ain't got to worry about catching the dog. You got to worry about the dog catching your ass.
Oh God.
With that being said,
With
we have
that
come to
being
the end
said,
of our
we
show.
have come to the end of
That boy red like a
Real.
Christmas tree. I'm sorry.
It's gonna rain on your head. Okay.
We have come to the end of Keeping It Real, Part 2. Talk your shit. And before we get up out of here, I'm sorry. That's ass. That's funny.
Eli, why you get him started? Oh my God.
That shit is so
See what you started, Eli, man. You come on.
You know
man.
what? It's the end of the show. Take your ass to the
You
corner,
say that
Eli.
every day, Eli.
Heather B, final remarks, please. Oh my God, that shit was so funny.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure that you do follow all of our social medias, our Facebook page, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Um, Definitely, if you like to go back and watch the previous shows, everything is on the YouTube for viewing. Um, Also, I want to give a couple of just expressions of condolences to people who have passed away: Roberta Flack, Angie Stone, Dwayne Wiggins from Tony. Um,
Roy
Definitely rest,
Ayers.
and Roy Ayers. Definitely rest in paradise. You are definitely legends in music.
What about the
Uh,
Isley?
you said what?
The Isley guy.
Oh,
Oh,
Jasper Island.
Jasper
Jasper
Isley as
Isley.
well.
And Dolly
Um,
Parton's husband. I
and
like
Dolly
Dolly
Parton's
Parton.
And Biggie's mom and Tiger's mom.
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Oh yes, you're absolutely right. RIP to Tiger's mom as well as Miss Viola Wallace.
Oh shit.
Um,
Jesus, she
I
didn't
didn't
even
say
say
Viola,
she ain't ready.
Viola Wallace, Miss Wallace. Okay. As far as final thoughts, it's more of a rant since we were talking about movies. Can we please bring back good soundtracks?
No.
Please, can we bring back good soundtracks? I don't know where the art got lost, but we have absolutely no good soundtracks. It might be because maybe the movies haven't been well. I have no idea. But we
Oh,
really,
bullshit.
really need to bring back great soundtracks. We had a lot of hidden gems from the motherfuckers in the 90s, 80s, even 2000s. Bring them bitches back. Okay? That's all I got to say. What'd you say?
Never gonna happen.
It's
Meech.
wishful thinking, though.
Meech.
Uh, and I'll just go on and say for everyone that came in and participated tonight, we greatly appreciate your support, and we greatly appreciate the energy you give us every time we're on live and doing these segments and whatnot. And it gives us more incentive to keep going and everything. As far as final remarks is concerned, like just don't don't be ashamed of what you appreciate as far as the movies you grew up watching. I mean, if you took life lessons from it, value those lessons because they will carry you very far in life. And I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay.
Just double A's fine.
I don't want to laugh, but
Hey, you know what? I didn't even see the shit until he said something. I wasn't even paying attention.
Why do you think I have my
Go
face
ahead,
covered the
go.
whole time? I'm like,
Oh Jesus.
All right. So yeah. Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What else did I miss? That's all of it.
Yeah.
We're not on nothing else yet, but yeah, we're working our
YouTube.
ways on. Oh, and YouTube. And for the one person who did comment on YouTube, we do appreciate you for checking in from YouTube today.
That was
Thanks
May
for
Love.
who?
May Love. Love May.
Oh, well, May Love. Thanks for checking us out on YouTube. We do definitely appreciate you.
Thank
We
you.
do appreciate everybody that's watching the show on Facebook tonight as well. In the comments that we did receive in the comments tonight, I do want to shout out my boy Meech. He got a birthday coming, and we're gonna turn up for you very shortly. So happy birthday to Meech, Jay. We did your thing last week. So to my Pisces brothers, happy birthday. And my final thoughts is great show. We'll see you on the next one. I got nothing, but yeah. Thank you for everybody, and happy birthday, fellas. I'm out.
Okay.
That's ass.
Let him get out the comment.
Oh my god.
Okay. Like everyone has said, follow us on all our social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Far as final thoughts, check us out in the next couple weeks. Again, my bro's birthday, Meech. Happy birthday, happy early birthday, I should say. Far as final thoughts, that's no turtle, that's ass. So with that being said,
Right, we got a couple of comments just to read real quick. Eli says, "Great show, y'all." He says, "To Professor Will, that's just too damn bad." On my way to the corner. And he also says, "That's ass." It's movie style truck today. See, it still works. And Zakia, she did check in. Hey, Zakia.
Oh,
Hey,
She says,
Z.
"Hey, UTR, great show. Sorry I couldn't participate on my drive home. It's okay."
You good, boo?
good.
And Eli says, "Is someone's smoke detector going off in the background? And did and did I just hear a washing machine cut on? Shout out to the background." And he says, "Take shoes off in the corner. Who needs to swallow a juice? Who left to swallow the juice in the refrigerator?"
You might as well put your shoes back on. We about to leave.
What?
Right.
we
He
walk out the
in the
door.
corner. You
You
ain't
got to go home,
yourself.
but you got to get the hell up out of here.
Tie your shoes.
Turn the lights off.
I mean, damn, you go to the
Lights,
corner.
lights been on.
You go to the corner at the end of the show. What the hell?
It's time to go.
You did the word from my mouth. Too short. They play like this. They putting the bar stool on top of the bar at this point.
Right.
Take us home, Jay.
All right. With that being said, we are.
Wait. You forgot.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
Oh, that's my bad too. My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Professor. Your final thoughts.
Never stop being your authentic self. Remember, no matter how somebody feels about what you do, what you're doing, opinions are like assholes and everybody's got one. Just continue to be you. If you guys have any ideas of any shows that you want us to do, don't be afraid to hit one of us up. Hit the page up. We will look at it. We will consider it, and we'll try to figure it out. As always, I love you guys. Live life, love, and laugh. And I'm out.
With that being said, we are out of here. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are out of here.
Bye, y'all.